Have you ever come home from a trip and felt like you needed another vacation just to recover from your vacation? Because listen, sometimes the trip is wonderful, the food is good, the views are beautiful, memories were made, pictures were taken, and you get home and your body's like, no ma'am, we are closed. Because travel can be exciting and meaningful, but it can also be a lot on your body and your mind. So today, I want to talk about something that we don't always plan for, how to recover after travel without feeling completely drained. Because we plan the flights, we plan the hotel, we plan the tours, we plan the outfits, we plan the restaurants, but we don't always plan for re-entry. And the re-entry, it really matters. But first, I'm Cassandra from Passport and Soul. And at Passport and Soul, we help BIPOC midlife travelers design culturally meaningful trips that leave you restored and not exhausted. Now back to the video. I think that one of the reasons why people feel so drained after they travel is because they treat coming home like an afterthought, if they even think about it at all. It's like the trip ends the second the plane lands. But here's the thing. Your body doesn't know that, and your mind doesn't know that, and your suitcase, it definitely doesn't know that, because your laundry's sitting there like, hello, remember me? If you've traveled internationally, you've crossed time zones, you've walked more than usual, you've eaten differently, you've slept differently, and you've been out of your normal routine, it makes sense that you might need just a little bit of time to feel like yourself again. So one of the hardest travel recoveries I remember was after our trip in Santiago, Chile. I got sick a little bit before the trip, and I was sick while we were there. And that whole time, I thought it was a cold, but it ended up being strep throat. So by the time we came home, I was completely worn out. Thankfully, oh my goodness, I'm so thankful, I had a few days off before I had to return to work. And it helped me so much because I did not feel well at all. And that trip actually reminded us that travel recovery is not just about unpacking, because sometimes your body does need time to come back down and to catch up with you. Before we continue, I think that this is a good place for a Passport and Soul travel wellness tip. Here's a quick Passport and Soul travel tip. When we talk about travel wellness, we're not just talking about sleep, hydration, or not overpacking your itinerary. We're also talking about feeling safe, prepared, and supported while you travel. That's why Craig and I created a free travel safety checklist. It helps you think through practical things like travel documents, emergency contacts, hotel safety, travel insurance, but also things like cultural awareness and emotional safety. Because peace of mind is part of the journey. You can grab the free travel safety checklist using the link in the description. Now back to the video. The biggest thing that helps Craig and me recover after travel is building in buffer days. Always. Usually it's anywhere from 1 to 3 days, depending on the trip. Now, I know that everybody's schedule doesn't allow for 3 extra days, but let me tell you, even one buffer day can make a huge difference, because there's something really jarring about going from vacation mode straight into your regular life mode. You know, 1 minute you're having a beautiful meal somewhere, you're wandering through a neighborhood, you're sitting by the water, learning about a new place, and then the next minute your calendar's asking questions, your inbox is being really disrespectful, your laundry is waiting, and your home responsibilities, they're back with a vengeance. And your brain is like, wait a minute, weren't we just having cocktails in the middle of the day? What happened? So that little buffer helps you emotionally and mentally land. For us, those buffer days are kind of like a little bit of an extension of the vacation. So we might go see something local. We might go sit in a bookstore or a cafe for a little bit. Or we might do something really low-key that feels enjoyable but doesn't require a lot from us. It helps us just kind of ease back into our regular life instead of just slamming back into it. And I think that's one of the best travel wellness practices that we could have ever created for ourselves. Because sometimes the recovery after travel is not just physical. Sometimes the mental reset, that can be the hardest part. It takes a day or two to go from, I'm traveling, I'm exploring, I'm free, to, okay, I'm home, I have responsibilities, and apparently dinner is not going to cook itself. I mean, it's rude, but it's true. So tip number 1 is to build in a buffer day whenever you can. And when you build it in, make sure that you protect it. So don't fill it with meetings, errands, calls. Don't immediately make yourself available for every single possible thing. We really try to avoid scheduling work meetings or calls or things like that right after we travel. Because even when you're physically home, it doesn't mean that your brain is ready to be fully back. So give yourself a little space. Now, the second thing that we do that we find helpful is having a simple, keyword simple, first day back home routine. I'm going to be honest with you. Usually our first meal when we get back home is takeout, because I am not cooking the first day we're back from vacation. Absolutely not. The kitchen and we can reconnect the next day. Maybe. The first thing we usually do when we get back home is eat something, because travel can throw off your meals, your hydration, your digestion, your energy, like all of it. So a simple meal, even if it's takeout, can help your body start to settle and help you start realizing, okay, we're back to our usual schedule. Doesn't have to be something fancy. Doesn't have to be a whole wellness moment with candles and salads that took 45 minutes to chop. It can simply be, we're home, we're tired, let's just eat something and not make it any harder than it has to be. That counts, and that's usually what it is that we do. Now, the third thing is unpacking. Now, I have to tell you, I am an unpack right away kind of person. I like to unpack the same day we get home, because I don't like the thought of that suitcase just sitting there staring at me, judging me from the corner. Like, I want the dirty clothes in the hamper, I want my toiletries put away, and I want my suitcase empty and ready for the next trip. Because for me, an unpacked suitcase feels like one less task just hanging over my head. Now, Greg, on the other hand, not necessarily. Sometimes he'll empty his suitcase the next day, or maybe even the day after that. And, that's his journey, and I've accepted it, mostly. But here's the thing. You don't have to unpack the way that I unpack. The point is to have some type of system or some type of routine that helps you feel less overwhelmed. So for me, that means doing it right away. For someone else, that might mean unpacking in stages. So maybe the first stage is just taking out the dirty clothes. Maybe the second stage is putting away the toiletries. Maybe the third stage is dealing with the souvenirs and papers and chargers, like all those little random things that somehow end up in your bag. The goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is to reduce mental clutter, stress, and strain when you're coming back from vacation. Because coming home to a suitcase explosion doesn't exactly give rested and restored. Now, for the laundry, we don't necessarily wash everything the second we get home. We'll put the dirty clothes in the hamper and then wash on our normal day. That works for us. So again, you don't have to do everything right away. You just need to move things where they belong for you so they're not taking up mental space. So let me ask you something, because I'm curious. When you get home from a trip, are you an unpack right away person, or does your suitcase move in and become a temporary piece of furniture? Let me know in the comment section. No judgment. It sounds like I'm being a little judgy, but I'm not. I'm actually just curious. Another thing that helps us recover is giving ourselves time to reflect when we're on a trip. So Craig and I always talk about what we enjoyed, what meals we liked, whether or not we liked where we stayed, what activities were worth it, what surprised us. We might even talk about what the weather was like. And we'll talk about what we would do again if we went back and what we might skip next time. So for us, that reflection helps the trip feel complete. So it's not like, okay, we went, all right, we're back, all right, we're just moving on. But it again gives us another way of being able to appreciate what we've experienced. And that, in the long run, helps us to become better travelers. Because every trip that you take, it teaches you something. So maybe you learn that you love the neighborhood where you stay. Maybe you learn that you pack too much. Maybe you learn that you need more downtime between activities. Maybe you learn that a certain style of lodging works really well for you. Reflections really help you carry the lessons that you've learned forward. So for me, that reflection comes even after I've unpacked. When I empty the suitcase, that's when I start pulling out the tangible memories from the trip. So like tickets, receipts, souvenirs, papers, things I've saved, like all those kinds of things. Then usually later, maybe a week or two after, is when I start working with the photos and start scrapbooking about the trip. The recovery process is also part of preserving the memories of your trip. It's not just about getting back to normal. It's about bringing the trip home with you in a way that feels good for you. Some of you might be thinking, well, I don't have time for all of that. And I get it. But travel recovery, it doesn't have to be complicated. It can be something really simple. Eat something. Hydrate. Put your dirty clothes away. Take a shower. Put on some comfortable clothes. Go to bed at a reasonable time. Any of those things can be something that you do to make your recovery from the trip a little easier. It could even be something like letting yourself be a little sad that you're no longer casually having cocktails at 11 a.m. while enjoying a view. That's okay. That's allowed. You can be grateful to be at home and still miss being on the trip. You can love your regular life and still need a minute to return back to it. You don't have to pretend that you're fine the second you walk through the door. You don't have to act like coming home from travel is no big deal. Because travel, it takes energy, even good travel, even joyful, meaningful travel. And especially if you're a midlife traveler, your body, it may have opinions. Your knees may be like, oh, you need to take some notes. Your sleep, it might need to have a meeting. Your mind still might be somewhere over the Atlantic or the Pacific. So give yourself some grace. Recovering after travel, it's not laziness, it's part of the experience. Because restoration doesn't only happen while you're away, it also happens in how it is that you come home, how you re-enter your routine, how you give your body time, how you give your mind some space, how you let your trip settle in your memory. Here's a few things for you to think about before your next trip. Number 1, can you give yourself at least one buffer day before returning back to work or any kind of major responsibilities? 2, can you avoid scheduling calls or meetings right after you get back? 3, can you plan an easy first meal home, even if that means having takeout? And number 4, can you decide ahead of time how you want to handle unpacking? And last but not least, can you give yourself permission to ease back into your regular life instead of crashing back into it? Because sometimes the best thing that you can do for your future self is not to pack another activity into your trip. Sometimes it's protecting the day after your trip. I know that's not always possible because life is always lifing. Schedules are schedules. But whenever you can, give yourself a soft landing because your body and mind, they're going to thank you for it. And honestly, even your laundry might respect you a little bit. Maybe. We'd love to hear from you. What's the first thing that you do when you get home from a trip? Do you unpack? Do you order food? Take a shower? Collapse on the couch? Ignore the suitcase? Let us know in the comment section. And if you enjoy practical tips that help you travel with more ease, more meaning, and less stress, make sure that you subscribe to Passport and Soul because we'd love to have you here. Until next time, travel slow, travel well, and travel with soul.